Alright guys, welcome back to the Vetum YouTube channel. Today we have a very exciting video. How much I made at the end of the season. All my earnings, we're going to be showing you guys all that. But before we get the video started, we have to offset some of that income with some expenses, right? So I'm going to show you guys a little bit of the little office I got here. Small little space. Alright, so you guys can see here, still not finished. But we made pretty good progress. Going to get a new chair there. Need to get some curtains in, but we got our little sofa or whatever you call that set up already. Painting that black later on too. But this is our little desk we're going to use for a podcast I'm going to be starting. The episodes are going to start rolling out early next year. It's almost getting finished, guys. Alright, now with that out of the way, I did get the office, like I said, to offset some of the income, some of the tax write-offs, so I don't get taxed as much. But now let's talk some numbers. So, in these short 4 months of me being owner-operator for my first 4 months, I was able to bring in a total of $84,000, guys. So I'm going to break down the numbers here, the expenses, how much I kept home, what kind of freight I hauled. Because I hauled different freight. Some went pretty good, some others not so well. But let's talk about that. Now, I did write everything down, so might be looking down a little bit. But I'll put everything in the screen so you guys can know exactly what I'm talking about. So we're going to go here. So after the tomato season, if you guys saw my other video, I brought in $63,000 in those 10 weeks of work. And I ended up taking home $38,000. So it was pretty good. Not too bad. Nice profit there. Now, let's see. So after that, I went to go haul walnuts. Tomato season, I made the most money because it was just 24/7. We got a 16-hour period to go do as many loads as we could. 8-hour break period, got some sleep, reset, 7 days a week. So it was a lot of work there for those 10 weeks. Now when the almonds started and walnuts, a little bit slower. I would do about 8-9 hours a day, sometimes even 6 hours. And I only worked 20 days in the month of November. So no, October. That was the month of October. So I worked a total of 20 days in the month of October, and I brought in a total of $11,000. So my insurance is pretty high, 21 years old. My insurance is $2,400. And then diesel that month, I wasted $2,100. So after our insurance and our diesel, we were left with $6,500. $6,500 for 20 days of work. Not bad, pretty good. What I could say is it was a nice little break, after doing tomatoes and hauling every day, working those 14, 13-hour shifts all the time. It was nice to work those 9 hours, take some breaks, some Sundays, take the day off. So it is needed. You can't always just go hard all the time, but that was good. Brought in those $6,500 in the month of October. And then after that, agriculture is pretty much over. This year, grape was kind of hard to get into because of the fires in California. A lot of wineries didn't want to take the grape, so didn't do so good there. Grape does pay the best, so we were going to have a little bump there, but it didn't end up happening. So I ended up settling with walnuts. Pays all right. Now after that, I went through a dispatch company. I was thinking about going through a Lord board, but I saw an opportunity to go through a dispatch company and work for Amazon. Now, obviously, Amazon is in my area. It's pretty big, so I thought there was more opportunity there. So I wanted to find out how it works for any future circumstances. If I have any trucks, some extra money, and I want to get some freight with Amazon, see what it was like. So doing trips from there, I hauled trips from California, around Tracy area, Stockton area, down to Reno. So I was crossing state lines. It was pretty good. The drive there, beautiful, man. Sometimes there was snow once a week. And put some clips on there on the screen. It was a pain in the ass at first, but not as bad as it looks. It's fun, it's an experience. And glad to say I earned my stripes driving in the snow, because when I see those snow truckers on TV, I would say, man, I'm never going to do that. But after driving, you're able to see the other trucks. Just follow what they do. Take it slow. If it gets too bad, might as well just pull over, fall asleep for a while. But what I could say about going down to Reno is snow and rain, you kind of control your truck a little bit, slow down, pull over if it gets too bad. Now, my worst enemy was the wind. The wind, you can't do nothing about it to control it. If you pull over, the wind could flip your drive van over. If you're going fast, even worse. If you go slow, do not want to be stuck in some wind, man. But with that being said, with Amazon, I worked a total of 13 days, so it was a little bit of days there. Like I said, I was on it was 8 to 9 hours as well. I would leave to Reno, come back. I could pick up some trips on the way back from Reno and make a little extra money there. But like I said, man, I'm playing businessman here, trying to get the office going, trying to get my food truck permits and all that out of the way. So trucking, it was just a good source of income, but I did need that time after doing the tomato season to kind of focus on building the other business I want to build after. But now that being said, if you guys want to go back at my first video, you guys did see I started from zero. So it's pretty nice to see the progress we made this year. But let's see, let's get into the numbers now. So month of October, $6,500 take home. Now the month of November, I worked 13 days and I brought in $10,400. I was getting paid there about $800 a trip, and I did 13 trips. Now with the Amazon, I did have to get my own dry van. I was able to rent a dry van for a month for $1,000, so we deduct that expense there. And my diesel for Amazon was $100. I wish, right? It was $1,900, so $1,900 for diesel in those 13 days. And my insurance, man, big expense again. So $2,400 for insurance. And I did find out I had to pay some permits to cross state lines, which was $500 for those 13 days, which was pretty expensive. But I was left with $4,600 in those 13 days. Not bad again. Pretty good income. I was finishing 8-9 hours. Definitely didn't maximize my potential there. During Thanksgiving, I decided to take some time off and go with my girlfriend, visit some family that I haven't seen in a couple of years. So I ended up stopping around the 23rd of November. Now I did have work hauling for Amazon till the 30th of November when my insurance policy ended. But I ended up taking that little vacation, went to go see some family. It was more important at the moment, and I'm glad I did, man. It was nice visiting those family members down in New Mexico. So let's see. I brought home $4,600 after all my expenses. I could have brought home $10,200, which would have been nice, guys. But you know, sometimes family's more important there. But let's see. So 33 days of work if you include October and November. I worked a total of 33 days, which I brought home $11,000. Which if you divide that by, let's say, a day, I was making about $330 a day. Which, if you put that into a year, profiting $100,000 a year, working 8 to 9 hours, it's beautiful, man. So, definitely good pay there. Nothing to complain about. Obviously, taxes a whole different story. That's why, you know, getting this office, getting some nice equipment here and there to offset that. But taxes are important, guys. Save your money. But yeah, that could be a 6-figure job there. Taking it easy, 8-9 hours a day. Now let's see. The most important part. What did my truck break down? So I didn't mention in my other video, I had pretty good luck with my semi-truck. Nothing happened during the tomato season other than the little air valve. $2 got that replaced. No problem. But while hauling for Amazon, we do go up some really high, what are they called? Freeways, roads, very steep roads. And it did put a lot of pressure on my surge tank, which is where you fill up your coolant. So it was leaking. I drove it like that for a couple of days. Couldn't figure out the problem. Took it to the mechanic. Took 2 days off. Cost me $1,600 there because I had to miss work. And the repair wasn't that bad. Got my surge tank and everything checked. The depth sensor from last month that I hadn't fixed yet. So all that for $1,000. So not bad there. Other than that, the truck has been running beautiful, man. No complaints here. Got 480,000 miles on it. Doing pretty good job. So after that, got another oil change. $320 there. So we subtract that. So let's see where we're at. We subtract the oil, the repair $1,000, insurance and everything. So let's see where we're at here. Wrote it down. Let me check real quick. Yeah, so for the month of October and November, after all my expenses and 33 days, I profited $9,800 take home. I could do what I want with that money, save it or invest it. So let me know if you guys think that's a good number or it's bad. Like I said, I'm testing waters here, seeing how Amazon pays, how the walnuts are, just testing it out for future references where I want to put my money into if I want to hire a driver or something like that. So $9,800 in those 2 months. Big difference from the tomato season, I'll tell you that. Now let's see. So the 10 weeks in my other video, I profited $38,000. This month, these 2 months, I profited $9,800. So we were left with $47,800 in 4 months profit. Take home. Let me know what you think. Good amount or not. I think it's pretty good. The part that really got me excited here was that I was able to sell my semi-truck in 2 days from when I listed it. So I listed my semi-truck up for sale, 2-axle Freightliner 2013. I purchased it for 28 grand, and 4 months ago listed it for 28 as well. Got 27 out of it. Pretty good deal. So thanks to trucking, I could say this year I ended up bringing in $78,000. No, sorry about that. $74,800. There you go. $74,000 this year after selling my truck, after my expenses and all that good stuff, diesel, insurance, everything. $74,000 in 4 months, guys. So it's pretty good. Now it's up to me to distribute that money correctly, because that's where a lot of people mess up. They spend that money on, you know, clothes, cars, and stuff like that. Now I did get a Mustang, but it's only appreciating. Really rare color, so love that car. I am planning on selling it later, so you know, I had some fun with the money there. But $74,000. Let me know what you guys think. What else can I add to give you guys some good information here? So if you guys haven't seen my other video, I'm gonna list my cousin's YouTube channel up in the screen. He's gonna be continuing trucking next year. He just bought a 3-axle truck. Also did the tomato season with me. Started off with a pretty ugly semi truck and got a nicer semi truck. So subscribe to his channel. He's on a little 4-week vacation. When he comes back, he's gonna go hard. Other than that, guys, I'm gonna continue on with some food truck content. I am planning on purchasing on a food truck and starting my own business, selling some food and stuff like that. But I appreciate all the new subscribers, everyone that's been liking the videos. I appreciate you guys a lot. Now, let's see what's next in this journey. Remember, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you watch my old video when I used to live in a little shed in my backyard. I was sharing a room with my brother, decided to move up to the shed and have some privacy. So it's not like my parents kicked me out or I was living in a basement or anything. It was my choice to live there, have some privacy. And now I moved out, a little bit better house, sharing rent with my cousins. So it's been quite a journey in these 4 months, even though everything has been going on with the coronavirus. But yeah, guys, make sure you guys like and subscribe. I do have the Zoom calls I do. If you guys have any questions, I'm glad to help there. Have some pretty happy people that did the calls, give them some good information. So let me know if you guys have any questions there. And last thing is I'm going to have a link down in the description. If you guys need help with your DOT, need help with your permits and all that good stuff, or a good trucking school here in California, Central California, around the Modesto area, I'm going to leave them down in the description below. Definitely give them a call. Say I sent you. They're able to hook you up. They did a good job for me. Passed the school and 3 weeks there. Got my DOT and everything in less than 4 months. Pretty good price. So definitely hit them up. Other than that, guys, thank you for watching and have a great day.